The story of human knowledge does not begin in the West. It does not begin in Europe, and it does not begin with Christian or Jewish institutions. It begins in the Muslim world, in a civilization that opened its arms to every seeker of knowledge, regardless of their religion, language, or background. When the rest of the world was divided by kingdoms, tribes, and walls, the early Muslim world was building something different, places where ideas could live freely. Places where Christians, Jews, Africans, Arabs, Berbers, and Persians studied under the same roof. And the greatest symbol of this era was the world's very first university. A university built not to serve one nation, but all of humanity. Long before Oxford, long before Cambridge, long before European Enlightenment, a Muslim woman in the city of Fez, Morocco, made a decision that would change history forever. Her name was Fatima al-Fihri. In the year 859, during the Idrisid dynasty, she used her entire inheritance to build a learning institution unlike anything the world had seen. Not a palace, not a fortress, not a monument to power, but a monument to education, open to everyone. Under the leadership of Idris II, Fez was a rising intellectual capital, attracting migrants, traders, scholars, and families from across North Africa and Andalusia. Fatima and her sister Mariam came from a wealthy merchant family, and instead of holding on to their fortune, they dedicated it entirely to the public. Fatima fasted through the entire construction and personally oversaw every detail. What she built became known as Al-Qarawiyyin, the oldest continuously operating university on Earth. Inside its halls, knowledge was not limited to one group. Jews studied philosophy, Christians studied mathematics, Muslims studied astronomy, chemistry, medicine, jurisprudence, literature, and the natural sciences. Al-Qarawiyyin was not a religious school. It was a universe of knowledge. Its libraries were filled with manuscripts on astronomy, medicine, logic, grammar, world maps, and science that Europe wouldn't see for centuries. It became the intellectual heart of the Maghreb and Andalusia, producing some of the greatest minds in history. Ibn Khaldun, the father of sociology; Al-Idrisi, the cartographer whose maps guided explorers for generations; Maimonides, the Jewish philosopher and physician; Ibn al-Arabi, the great Andalusian thinker. Scholars traveled from Spain, Africa, the Middle East, and even Christian Europe to study in its classrooms, learn from its teachers, and access its vast libraries. As dynasties rose and fell, the Idrisids, the Almoravids, the Almohads, the Marinids, and later the Alawids